moment I now have another abundance of little gems because Ladylegs on my WhatsApp has been sending me lots of links of her Instagram where she's put these videos and she's sending them to me. She must have sent me about 30 of them. A lot of them are very interesting, but I have taken some of them and put them in this video, and it is great that other people have minds and think about things and work out their truths or what they think things can be. I just like it because, you know, over the years, you know, like Richard, the beer guy, sent me a bit of a video of Santos. He said it was my video. It was 2016. We've been doing this for a long time. You know, that's 8 years where I've been viral and then YouTube have tried to kill me off because obviously the BlackRock family own it now, like they own everything else. But, yes, Ladylegs sent me these, so we've put this little combination together. And thank you, my darling.
Has been completely fabricated. At first we thought maybe the Dark Ages were just unclear, but it turns out they were invented to push a lot of events further into the past. We realized that it wasn't just small parts of history that might be wrong, everything was made up. One fascinating thing is the architecture we find around the world. In almost every city you'll find ancient Gothic-style buildings with incredibly intricate designs. People look at them and say, oh, that's just how they built things back then. But some of these buildings are absolutely stunning. Think about it. If we lived in a feudal society where everyone was working just to survive, how would anyone have had the time, resources, or motivation to build something so elaborate and that worked the way they did? These buildings weren't just practical structures like free energy generators. They were artistic expressions. They were built to be functional and beautiful, to celebrate what was being created. But we don't build like that anymore. The complexity and beauty of these structures are clues that we didn't live in the same pay-to-survive system we're trapped in now. Tartaria was a global civilization, incredibly advanced and powered by free energy, likely based on etheric energy. It existed up until about 200 or 250 years ago. Estimates place its early origins around the mid-17th century, and its destruction came shortly after. They've been lying to you all along.
Wouldn't it be crazy if I told you that Egyptians did not build the pyramids? Wouldn't it be crazy if a ChatGPT bot agreed with the statement that it was nearly impossible for Egyptians to have built the pyramids based on known stats and facts? It'd be crazy if the pyramids had visible signs of water damage on their outer walls. It'd be crazy if the Queen's chamber shafts had traces of hydrochloric acid and zinc chloride, which when combined creates hydrogen. The hydrogen gas building up would have created pressure on the stones. Wouldn't it be crazy if the limestones on the inside walls of the pyramids were a special kind of quartz from like 500 miles away, by the way? Wouldn't it be crazy if when pressure is applied to those specific quartz stones, that creates an electrical current? Yeah. It'd be crazy if the pyramids used to be covered in Tut's limestone, which lacked magnesium, making it pretty much an electrical inhibitor. Crazy if whoever built the pyramids knew the exact size of the earth. Because if you take the height of the Great Pyramid and multiply it by 43,200, you get the exact polar radius of the earth. Crazy if there were aquifers under the pyramids, which were recently discovered. This sort of water pressure could have also helped in conducting electricity. So, wouldn't it be crazy if I told you that pyramids were power plants built tens of thousands of years ago? Allegedly. That would be crazy. Wouldn't it be crazy?
Y'all remember this scene from The Matrix, right? I have a crazy theory, yo. This joint just came to my head. Remember the scene where she had to basically run to the telephone booth, right? That made me think. I'm like, telephone booth, Matrix. That was one of the main things. They had to pick up a landline to get out the Matrix. I didn't want to show that scene because you know how TikTok get, right? But all in all, that made me go into a whole rabbit hole. I'm like, what really happened to all of the, like, telephone booths? Or even just the normal pay phones that we used to see on the corners and shit, right? Then it led me to asking, is a telephone and a cell phone the same thing? And it says no, right? I literally never seen anyone take these things down, ever. They just all disappeared. But what if, y'all, this was our real way of leaving out the Matrix, like for real? I think that the telephone was something special, like telepathy, telekinesis. And now we literally have cell phones. I think that instead of the phones being connected to the land, they're now connected to us. Cell phone. Reading the membranes, literally, that's how it knows what we want and everything. Oh shit, download crazy. Just think about it, y'all. The Matrix even warned us about the AI that's happening right now. Wake up!
Where do you think your religions came from? 300 years ago, scientists began peeling back the layers of reality. They found molecules, atoms, particles, electrons, neutrons, protons. They literally uncovered the forces that govern everything. And where do you think your religions came from? 300 years ago, scientists began peeling back the layers of reality. They found molecules, atoms, particles, electrons, neutrons, protons. They literally uncovered the forces that govern everything. And eventually, in quantum physics, they discovered the unified field, the source of all creation. The unified field isn't just something that you can touch or see. It is nothing. Unmanifest, pure potential, zero-point energy, yet from it, everything emerges. Every atom, every force, every being arises from this oneness. But here's the truth. You can't reach this field by walking to it. You can only get to it by turning inward. You have to transcend thoughts, and then you will experience this infinite. And this is where true creativity, intelligence, love, bliss reside. It's limitless and eternal. This deeper truth is not something that's new. It's literally encoded in the world's wisdom for over a millennium. You look at all of the gods in history, they're all true in gods. They are three in one. Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Osiris, Isis, Horus, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Even the patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You have the three major religions, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. Three literally represents the forces of creation, active, passive, and neutralizing. It's literally the secret Tesla pointed to with 369. The truant isn't just symbolic, it's the foundation of how everything in the universe operates. And yet everybody's so blind to it because they're too busy following fucking religion, which is why you are a surface dweller. You follow traditions without question. Catholics don't even realize they're worshiping an ancient fish god. It's literally there in the symbols, the architecture, the history, but nobody looks, nobody questions. Just think about the game The Legend of Zelda. There's literally a holy trinity in the game, a Triforce, symbolizing power, wisdom, and courage. These three golden triangles literally reflect the universal forces of creation, the active energy of power, the passive balance of wisdom, and the neutralizing force of courage. The Triforce literally teaches us that the true power is achieved only when strength, wisdom, and courage align as one. It's literally a universal truth encoded in myth. But here you are, following religion, acting like a surface dweller.